What is
Welcome,
this?
welcome. We're back. We're back. It's been a long hiatus. We are back. That's right. The OJ Power Hour back on the air after almost a
A
2 month long
month?
hiatus.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
month
it
and
was
a
we're
half?
month and a half. It's been. Well, I mean, just look at the hair. It's happened. Like
Yeah. I think
we've been
we were both talking about
frazzled.
it.
Oh, we've been frazzled. We had Yes, Oz's hair has indeed visibly grown. We have been very busy. I haven't pulled any of it out yet. Not
See,
after the Tournament of Champions, which by the way,
mine's just grayed and you can't see it. I've gotten too old.
oh, you're younger than I am, sir.
I
Let's not
know.
even go there. Let's not even go there. Yeah, so we're back, episode 17. We made it through the Tournament of Champions without all three of us losing our minds.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness,
there,
chat.
it's been crazy. It's been a real interesting off time. Like again, if anyone tuned into the Tournament of Champions, you know, oh, my own seeds? No, I practice my own seeds. Thank you very much. That's the problem. Is I'm used to running the hot garbage that I make.
Why do I have a
You
feeling
don't
there's gonna
want
be a ton of eights in chat?
Oh, a lot of
Yeah.
eights. Gotta love
Lots
the
of
eight.
eights.
The eight was the hero. Again, we only technically rolled 1 4,
I love it.
and
I
that
love
was
it.
the 4 that forced the red mage, and then the 3 to ban the black belt to create what was, I believe, the absolute biggest dumpster fire seed of that tournament. No questions
Yeah.
asked. But to be fair, Champ's Revenge does hold the record now
Yep.
because Sunny
It's totally
finally
worth it.
finished. It's totally. It was.
Totally.
I think we were in the race room being like, Sunny, slow down. We want to get the record.
You need to last another 15 seconds. That was 5 minutes
He
ago.
did. It was 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, right. He's still going, isn't he?
Well, this is
And
usually the time when we go like, so what have you been up to the last month? But,
well, I mean, you guys kind of know half of it. For me, it's been Tournament of Champions and more work in the background of the randomizer, trying to get my newest plan off the ground.
oh yeah.
It's going. I mean, a lot more is done than it used to be. I can say that. And between Tournament of Champions runs and doing the restreaming, and I mean, even right now with
Mhm.
SGL currently ongoing, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
And
It's
that's
been
the
awesome.
and Jay's been dealing with marching band stuff, so there you go.
Yeah, we started up about a month ago, right at the end of the Tournament of Champions, and it's been going full force since then.
I'm surprised you have any voice left, sir. Any
I
voice
mean,
at
I
all.
am too today. I told you earlier I got to rehearsal this morning and our microphone wasn't plugged in all Labor Day weekend. So guess what was dead?
I'm not apparently not your sense of humor.
Yeah, hey.
No, you know, hey, you gotta smile and you gotta laugh about these things.
Oh, totally. I honestly don't know if I plugged it in after rehearsal. I might have to leave after this thing.
Here we go. We're already starting. This is what
Oy vey.
happens when you do a compressed tournament in under a month. This is where your brain goes. Just right to mush.
We get a full, I think we had what, like 20-ish members or so, got it down to 16. And yeah,
Hmm,
3 weeks. Oh,
Yep.
love it.
It was good. It was good. I really want to thank everyone that came out to participate. I want to thank all the viewers and all the guesses, all the entertaining values. I still haven't heard from Wildham as to who won the pot.
Oh, I've got it saved in my DM, so I'll have to look at it later.
Oh, please do. I'd love to know who won that. And it better not be Ale.
There were only 2 guesses, so we'll see.
Was one of them from Ale?
I don't remember. I looked at it. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Because he was the only one I knew who had a master spreadsheet with names checked off it and all that stuff. It was like,
Yeah, it was
jeez,
like
Ale.
Sudoku. Here, then
Oh,
yeah. It was so crazy.
watching him trying to figure out the hidden runner was great.
Was amazing.
I think it's peasants. You can think whatever you want, Ale.
Pretty
Whatever
much.
you want.
But speaking of the tournament champs, I think after we take our ad break here, Oslaughter, what do we have?
We have managed to get our champ of champs. That's right. Rubes is here to join us, have a little conversation, talk about some FFR. It's going to be a great time.
But before then, Lupa?
Lupa.
Lupa.
Lupa 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 Loopa 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 loopa. Loopa 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 loopa. Loopa loopa loop loopa loopa. Loopa 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 loopa. Loopa loopa loopa.
All right, we're back, and hopefully we have sound.
We have sound. I
Okay,
fixed
cool.
up these bugs.
Excellent.
Rubes, welcome.
Rubes.
Thanks for having me, Hasloto and Jay.
Oh, we wouldn't miss it for the world, as you are, by definition, the first and only champ of champs.
He
The
says
winner.
thanks after what we put him through, you know?
Yeah, but remember what he put us through.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. You chose to accept my suggestions. That's
We
completely
did.
on you.
We did. We certainly did. And to be fair, that was, as I said during the post interview, that involved a lot of non-FFR language and a lot of gestures towards the screen, mostly about the encounter table, because if Jay remembers, it was front loaded.
So bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, that
All
was
right.
quite the see. But we had a lot of
Oh.
fun watching you and laughing at you
Oh.
on it, and I do not regret any of it.
No, I watched
Nor
it
should
back.
you.
I watched it back, and as soon as the Imp cast nuke, I heard the laugh. I was like, "Yep,
Mm-hmm.
here we go."
I saw Phoenix in chat there. I'm like, yep, we deserve this.
Yep. And to be fair, I remember my exact words when that hit. I was like, "Oh, it's going to be one of these seeds, is it?" Okay.
Well, there's a reason we had Danny roll it.
Is that the reason we did it? I thought it was just because it was fair.
I mean, that too.
Fair enough. But anyways, let's get over to rooms. Let's get some questions out here. So, I guess we'll start with the question that we start with most times. How did you happen upon the Final Fantasy randomizer community?
I just fell into an internet wormhole, and here I am. So, so back in 2020, in the middle of COVID, I think I'd probably been watching some like GDQs or something, because I've been watching them for a couple of years on YouTube, and somehow I stumbled upon Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. And I watched I don't know if it was a tournament or just some old videos or whatever, but I watched that for a bit, and then I got suggested Final Fantasy Randomizer, and this was the spring tournament VODs. I'm like, oh, okay. I played Final Fantasy back in the early 90s, probably shortly after it came out. I mean, because I'm old, just like everybody else in this community. And so, like, whoa, they did all this stuff. Like, I don't remember there being a dock button your on rack. I thought you had to take the airship there. There's a power gauntlet that works? What is this?
It actually does.
Blank works. What?
That happened a lot.
Insert item here works.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I was like impressed, and I watched a lot of those VODs back. I watched live on Twitch the finals between CC and Spellzap, and it was just fantastic. And so shortly before the end of that, I just decided, I'm going to jump in, and I'd like to do this too.
That's you know what the weird thing is? That would mean that both me and Rubes were watching the same match at the same time and decided to jump into the server at the same time.
Well, and then I'll throw a third one in you. I was in the same Duckling Derby as him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I did I did two Duckling Derbies. First one was the 2020 summer, and I had to skip one week because of in real life stuff. But
Sure.
I was terrible, and I actually found an old VOD of Ale of all people calling a race that I was on restream for week one, and it was painful to watch.
Yeah,
I've got our placements here. Yeah, that first one, you came in 24th.
that was a big derby though.
There were 29.
Yeah, there
were 29 of us that year. It was crazy. But
Yeah.
You then came back and took names the second year.
Yeah, I did the 2021. I think I came in fourth or tied for fourth or something like that.
Yeah,
So
I see fourth. Yeah.
I almost won the week 4 race, but I wiped in tow for like twice before anybody else finished.
Yeah, I that sounds eerily familiar to a lot of my duckling goings on when I did the Derby myself.
Yeah. I'm like,
Except
ooh,
mine was way
looky,
fun.
I got him in 2020, and then 2021, I'm like way down the list. But yeah,
You finished eventually.
eventually.
But yeah, so I mean, but between those two things, a lot of things happened. Like all of a sudden, I joined a fall league team. I got recruited by Caleb into the Center for Comparative Forfeiting. I learned a ton from him and Groggy Dog and Chadbert, and we ended up coming in third in that fall league.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
I came in second in 2 races and third in 1 other, so I was pretty happy about that.
Can't complain about that. I mean, Fall League is a great way to actually really learn from a lot of veterans on teams.
Get with the
Hmm
team and just start learning. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
that's
I
uh, go ahead,
I think
go
that's
ahead,
one of the
Rubes.
best. Sorry. I was just gonna
That's
say I think
okay.
that I'll just reiterate. I think that's one of the best ways to learn
Mhm.
is find someone who's been around who
Mhm.
knows the game well, and it could be a crotchety old man like Caleb, could be a happy old man like somebody else. Either way, love you, Caleb. Sorry, I mean that with love. Um,
I found
but
fizzle. What does that mean?
That's what that was my follow-up question,
I
actually.
would say I think he's less crotchety than Caleb, right?
Crotchety old man.
He's not here, so
Any
you can
of
say
you
slightly
what
on
you want.
stream, do not tell fizzle.
slightly less crotchety. I mean, he wears a tie when it's time for learning. That's kind of crotchety, I guess. But
He's worn a tie on our show too, for the
Yep.
record.
I am not wearing a tie. I am wearing a shirt from when we went to Atlantis back in 2015. So no.
Nice.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
But yeah, it's fine. Like if you find somebody, like you join it, especially for a newer player, to find a team with 1 or 2 veterans, you can learn a ton from them. Even now, fall league is a little trickier, especially these days because the flags are getting more and more. I don't want to say wacky, but I can't think of. They do a lot more things than you see in more of standard flag sets,
Mhm.
but you can still pick up a lot from it.
Well, I think it's
Absolutely.
the training with a group for a month or whatever. It's like, hey, we're all running these same flags. What are you doing? What works for you? Hey, try out this.
Hmm
Like, you
Hmm.
mean you'd use a black belt here? I would never take a black belt there, and then it works.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know how many seeds. Like we had a spreadsheet of seeds with like our times and things we did and stuff. So
Yep.
we practiced a ton. Plus doing a lot of pickup races because I did a
Mhm.
million of them back in the day. And then of course the whole duckling program, which I had to go through twice because that's how competent I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout outs to the Duckling Don. Gregley Puff was the lead when I got here.
Mhm.
And Saracen and Luffy and everyone else has done a great job too.
Totally. But
Yeah, I
so
mean that was me because I came out of the Derby and I got out in fourth and I put my name in the hat and it was Saracen that's like, we'll take you on Bubbles. I was like, are you sure? Are
right.
you sure?
It's like quack.
It was great. I mean, it was a great learning experience because it's like, wow, I'm here with Hate and Saracen and Dusk, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
these are all runners far beyond my capabilities.
hmm
And
Fall
this
League
year
is
I
amazing for that.
this year I've had to take the team on a strange new place as I am the only part of that group that's still able to run. So
Bublé's Soda Company.
right, we're back. We are the new Bubbles Soda Co. New members, new team, new rivalries.
But then Rubes, so finishing up with Duckling Derby, you said was Fall League, then the next thing that you did, or what was like your next major tournament, next major thing that you like accomplished?
Okay, so 2020, yeah, was the So yeah, that wonderful summer duckling derby. I
Mhm.
ran a bunch of like some of those like weekly races, and I wasn't sure about fall league. I wasn't gonna put my name out there. Like I didn't think I was good enough. And then one of those weekly races, I was on the restream and Caleb was doing comms on it, and he asked me after, like, you know what, there's a lot of stuff that I like that you did. Would you want to join our team? Like, okay, sure. And I thought that was really sweet of him, and you know that helped a lot. But then after that, let's see,
Yeah, take
we
us
we
through
had
your
the winner.
FFR journey.
Great, this could take a while. We had the winter 2021 Duckling Derby, which we already discussed.
Mhm.
But it was like, I don't know if it was between weeks 2 and 3 or whatever. And we had the Randomania Tournament of Hope, which was a Chaos Rampage tournament. It was like
Yep.
done in one day, like over the course of, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hours. I don't remember. And somehow I managed to win that. So, and I believe that was the first time I got the champion role. I mean, I was also
Okay.
doing well because I'd also run a bunch of the Iron Goal Hardcore R Anklo races because I thought I found those fun. I came in second a lot of times in those, including 3 weeks in a row. And with the way those worked is that if you came in second, you got to make the flags for the following week. So I had a lot of fun doing that. But then eventually I won a couple at some point. I mean, by the rules that counts, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyway, and then after the Randomania and the winter tournament, or with the winter Duckling Derby, we had the spring tournament 2021. So this is kind of a funny story. So my second child was due around the end of May. And I figured, okay, well, I should have time to do this. I mean, I'll probably get eliminated before the due date, right? Um, it comes around. I make it to the round of 16. We're getting perilously close to the due date, and I faced Dangwoo in the first match, and I beat him, and then I withdrew.
Okay.
Which is
And
totally fair. Totally fair.
I was like and Caleb was I believe he was like the tourney admin, and I was just like talking with him like, what should I do, man? And he's like, do what you need to do. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Five
So
things first.
I felt like I didn't think I was gonna make it that far, and when I did, I just like, this isn't supposed to happen. Okay, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
But,
Life happens.
Mhm.
but where was I going with that? I don't know. Then after that, we had fall league, spring tournament. Just kind of did that up, between until it became the winter tournament. Those were basically what I've been doing for the past, 4 years now, I guess. And yeah, it's been a ton of fun. I mean, it brings me back to my childhood in a way because I loved playing Final Fantasy, even if the game was broken.
So broken.
Oh, it's so bad.
But I mean, I still have very fond memories of playing it as a kid.
Mhm.
Even if I only beat it once, even if I only beat it once when I was a kid. I mean, I beat it more times as an adult before
Oh, yeah.
FFR, but only once as a kid.
Even
And
if you don't remember how slow it was.
Oh, I was about to bring that up.
not, yeah, well, yeah, and that's the other thing is that when I first saw it, like I mean, it was speedboat didn't exist, but
Right.
still, like the faster animations, the faster battle, everything, faster walking on the
It
overworld was
changed
just
so
impressive
much.
to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't go back to. You can't go back.
No, it's hard.
I
Yeah.
tried putting in my Nest cart a while ago. I'm like, this is just no, I can't do it.
I think it's like a 3-second transition between walking into a town and getting on the other side of the town.
I believe
Because
it.
like it's
About
very
that.
slowly closes and then very slowly reopens. It's like this is not needed. This is not needed.
Well,
But I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh no, I
Jay.
was
Go
saying,
ahead, Jacob.
I think you kind of said it there, but what has been your champion then journey? If we're gonna go here on the tournament champs and everything, how would your champion journey go?
Well, um, like I said, there was the 2021 Randomania Tournament of Hope that one day tournament I uh, that I somehow came out on top on, but then the and then just a couple of Rankolo races. Otherwise, like I mean, I didn't think I really came close to winning anything. I mean, I made the semifinals of the 2022 winter spring tournament,
Mhm.
and then I was like top 6 this year in the winter tournaments. But but I wasn't otherwise particularly close to winning much.
Hey, but then you came through and looked you now.
Yep.
So you left out one major championship here, sir.
Oh, so there was this other tournament that just kind of popped up like over the summer. Like I saw this idea of a tournament of champions. Like, what? I mean, why not? This could be fun. And then I saw the idea of running the eight winter spring tournament flag
Oof.
sets, and I thought that was really cool.
Oof.
I love the idea, and
You thought
Uh-huh.
that at the beginning.
well, I mean, all in all, if you go back through, I actually ended up running most of the flag sets. I
Mhm.
think in
Mhm.
match play,
I think
but
you did get most of them. I think you were one of the only people who got a good variety.
yeah, I did. I
Because
did. I didn't have 20. Obviously, I didn't have 2020,
No,
but
that one was special.
but I think I had at some point just about everything else.
Did
Maybe
you
there was like one I didn't have. I don't know.
were you party to the band Black Belt
So
Fire Speed?
I did have a 2019 race, but black belt was actually
Okay,
forced in
so
that one, so it
oh,
worked
that was
out.
Sunny. That was Sunny rolled that one because I rolled the other one with a black belt was banned and it was a forced red.
Yes, and I and,
Mhm.
and I saw that, and I mean I might have watched it, and I might have been cringing at that because that flag
Mhm.
set you definitely want a black belt. Um, yeah, I also went. I tried to run at least one or two of everything that I could. I mean, I
Mhm.
ran like 2024 like as to like kind of like a warm up to get me back into the swing
Mhm.
of FFR, but then I tried to run at least one of everything. Um, at 2017 I actually ran a couple times just because it was so different. I wanted to really
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
Um, trying to think where I was going with that, but
Let's see. Yeah, I
um,
see 1, 1, 5, 8, 5, 7, 3. Yeah, you were all over the place.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna say I think you had just about everything except for the Mystical Four.
Yep.
yeah. Did I have 2018? I don't remember, but I feel like I did. I,
That'd
I
be a
thought I did.
2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. At least at some point I ran it.
Well, if you practice a lot of eights, which would be the WT of past year, you were in great company because that came up all the time. I cannot tell you the number of times I had people yelling at me because as one of the few people in the background who knew every runner, they could always message me. And
Yep.
it's like, really, dude? Really? Again with this? It's like it's blame the bot. Blame the
I
bot.
know. I only see two
So,
twos, and
so,
you weren't on one.
so the other thing is I actually had a whole like notepad of notes for all the older flags because I just
Mhm.
wanted I needed a game plan going into everything. I wasn't planning on doing any forced, really. I wasn't planning on doing. I mean, there was no requirement to do forced or drafting or
No.
anything. So I
Right.
was like, I'm just gonna say like, here's the party I'm planning to run, and we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if magic rolls, like one time in one match I did re-roll on that Canaria. Um, but yeah, like I had a plan, and like I was like, I'm looking for this many loose, I'm looking for this, and of course, even with my great notes, I still bonked off of ordeals without the crown.
Yeah, that's before early
Yeah.
ordeals was a thing.
I was gonna say the one thing. Well, the other thing is like I had no idea who was who. And I thought that was really cool. Like, so I get this Renoa person. Okay, who are you? Like, oh, FF8. Okay, sure.
I'll say, did
Like,
you
I
go
know that game
research your
definitely.
character?
No, The- barely. The only research I really did was trying to find a GIF of her, or GIF if
Which
you so choose
which
to pronounce
game?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I found one her of kicking a guy down the stairs, and I thought that was hilarious.
That's great. I'm sure you ran with that the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my.
to be fair, I didn't get my favorite Sid when we did Sid versus Sid versus Sid, hosted by Sid and Sid, restreaming by Sid and tracking by Sid.
I
I didn't get
wish
the Sid I
Darky would have
wanted.
cropped it to see the actual streams, but
He showed them at the end at least.
yes.
He showed them at the end. But I did get the
Mhm.
Final Fantasy VII Sid, which I was okay with that. I would have preferred 4, but
See, I would have preferred 6.
Yeah.
But no.
well, I
But
mean,
I played a good amount of 4 and 6. I was more familiar with those Sids. I never played anything after 6. I played a tiny bit of 2 and 3. I never played 5, but I've watched like Let's Plays and like 4-Job Fiesta videos and stuff like that. So I'm familiar with those Sids, but not as well as 4 and 6.
Mhm.
yeah,
No,
I
I
played a little enough of 7 to know who I was. It's like,
I
oh, I'm
just
the guy that curses and smokes. Cool.
jumped and I said 6, 7, and 8 without thinking about it, and then made up a story afterwards on why.
It was a good story. I
Yeah.
appreciated it.
It was good. It was good.
It
I was glad that someone came up with it because I was
totally
like,
retconned made sense.
Hmm
it actually did.
I know,
But
it worked out well.
I mean, to be fair, it's never going to work out that way again, and you know that.
I know I take advantage of it when I can.
Fair enough. So Rube, seeing as how you are the champ of champs, what advice do you have for anyone out there who's aching to get that championship role? How did you manage to do it? What's your advice? What do you think?
I mean, I'd say the two biggest things are practice and find a mentor, especially if you're new. Find
Mhm.
somebody who you can either learn from and learn together with. Because I mean,
Yep.
if you can do it on your own, that's great. That's more power to you. But chances are you're going to need a little help along the way. I guess another thing would be, I watched a lot of old VODs of the top tier runners back in the day, and I was like, okay, so how do they like to tackle going here? Oh, they do it this way. I guess I should walk this way, or I should skip this check, or whatever. Just like taking hints off of older runners. And obviously, I know sometimes the meta has changed in how
Mhm.
routing and everything works, especially with speedboat
Mhm.
and the buff thief. Like things are definitely different from when I first got here.
Oh yeah,
But
But there's still a lot you can learn
but
from that.
absolutely.
mhm, for sure.
We
For sure.
we still.
The importance of step routing, especially in those old
Oh
flag
yeah.
zones. Don't lose steps like Jay Scheidel in the.
Just an
Who was it that
encounter
was yelling
minutes.
about that? Was it Dark Moon or was it
Dark
or
Moon.
was it Fizzle? It was Dark Moon. Yeah, it was Dark
I'm
Moon.
pretty sure it was Dark Moon. Fizzle's
I
yelled
think
at me
so.
You
about
know
enough other things.
that's fine. You can poke him about the bottle. He doesn't like it when you poke him about the bottle, but you can always poke him
No,
about
and
the
I don't want to
bottle.
be yelled at.
He yelled at me when he figured out what he did.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say, like, I'm not the I'm yes, I won a tournament, which is amazing, and if anyone has any questions, I would love to help, but I'm not, I don't know everything. I'm not winning every single tournament. Obviously,
Yeah.
I just got lucky in this 1 month. Things managed to roll the right way.
Did
But you just gotta just keep working at it, and you'll get there.
Jay?
Uh-oh.
Did Rubes lose a seed at all? Did he lose
No.
anything?
This
Got
Mr.
lucky.
Lucky decided to work his butt off, and yeah,
So that's 2,
practiced
4.
every flag set, had
That's
notes on
eight
them.
8
Look,
straight wins he rattled off.
Well, I mean, there was the computer blowing up
Okay,
seed.
yeah, but you can't be blamed for technical problems, sir.
Well, and like I said, if Blue Bear had taken that win, Clive, spoiler, I would have been okay with that. I like the fact that he didn't
Mhm.
was I mean, it was really nice of him. But he if he had taken it, I would have been okay because I was just like, well, the things happen.
Oh,
I and then
Oh.
what do? We stick the both of you in a comms booth to deal with us.
I didn't realize that till
Yeah,
afterwards. That was great.
Oh,
yeah.
I
We almost came to fisticuffs. It was rough.
Like,
that was
honestly,
that was my
working with all
choice.
of you guys, it was amazing because
I
everyone pretty
was
much had that attitude.
yeah. It was basically between people yelling at me for rolling bad seeds, and the only person who was like, "I want you to roll every seed I do." There's only one person that did that, and everyone knows who it is. There's only one guy that prefers dumpster fires.
Well, are you
The
saying
one who
Ale
has a dump,
prefers dumpster fire?
one whose avatar is a dumpster fire. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
The king of kings when it comes to the dumpster fire would be Ale, and for that alone, he was the only thing he yelled at me was his last match with you, Rubes. It was don't roll the one with 2 loose. So I rolled the one with 8 loose. And he's
Yep.
like,
Yes, you
dude,
did.
did you not hear what I said? I was like, no, I
Yeah, you
heard what
said
you
not
said.
two.
The the bot just decided you wanted more loose.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
two.
Well, my
That's
thing
true.
was it wasn't bad. It could have been worse.
No, it wasn't. I mean, the ice cave wasn't very friendly, especially with the unrunnable death touch wizards, which I saw in
Yeah,
arcade. So I knew to expect that. I'm like, I really had to think there after I got out of Earthcade. Do I really want to go to ice and deal with them? And I'm like,
I have to.
there's an incentive. There's an incentive there. It's probably the right play, but ugh.
yeah, it was that tournament had some moments where it was just like, well, that happened and we all saw it happen, and now I'm going to get yelled at for it happening.
It was
Anyone who
perfect.
watched People who watch will always remember the Sphinx.
Well, yes,
Oof.
that will the Sphinx of Legend. That was
Yep.
incredible.
Red
So
mage,
bad.
2 steps away from getting out of the volcano, pulls the Sphinx, stone touch, dead,
Hmm.
grind, gone. It's like,
So
Yeah, that
bad.
was. Oh my gosh.
that
Which
was
flag set was that? Was that? What,
I can't
which
remember.
flag set? It was one of the old. I think it was one of the older
Mhm.
ones,
I
wasn't
think
it?
it was. But the black belt was allowed. I know that, and I
Yeah.
remember. I don't even remember who it was, which is probably a good thing. They probably remember.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. But
Oh.
more importantly, Rubes, what's the future have in store for the champion of champs?
Oh, geez. Ask a question that I definitely can't answer. Uh, um.
That's
Well,
fine.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, I'm just probably start once winter tournament starts getting figured out, to probably start prepping for that. I
Mhm.
think that's gonna be my next thing. uh did did I don't know, did Ale tell I don't remember, did Ale end up telling you what he was trying to do
Yes.
with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did he did he give you the details of our specific conversation?
No.
Well,
Not
He
that I'm
didn't give it
aware
I
to
of.
don't
me.
want
He
to
may have given it to Jay.
I don't know if I want to throw him under the bus here, but I poked a little. I had a little fun with him. Um, so I don't know. I really don't know how much should be said on here or not. So should I just not? I mean, no. I'm not talking about like our things or anything. I'm just PG. But I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like the actual stuff that we were talking about. If the substance, if we should talk about it or
That's
not.
all up to you.
Ugh,
That's in your hands.
I don't need Ale coming after me. Well, anyway, so he
Tease.
so I'll take my chance. Um, he comes to me with this proposition about forming a super team of all the anonymous semifinalists and finalists, and it's like, oh, that's
Mhm.
really cool. But he comes to me the way he does it. I'm not going to quote verbatim, but because I'm not pulling it up. But he says, so I think he says, so I'm messing you out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, he must have figured out who I was, and he wanted to say
Mhm.
Gigi. Like, okay, I'm just like going shopping in a grocery store when he does this. So just like, okay, well then I guess he figured out who I was. Well, I'll just get ready to Gigi him back. But then he reads. He's like, so we were thinking, I think you're Clive. And so I was wondering if you would like to join with Renoa, Yuna, and oh shoot, Renoa, Yuna, and Celeste in the for like a super secret super team in the fall. Like, oh, like, oh, that's tempting. I didn't say who I was at the time. I was like,
Right.
well, I mean, that's tempting. I mean, I'll think about it. But I was like, well, I don't remember what happened. But then I was like, well, who do you think for Noah? So and I'm like, I think I know who Yuna and Celeste are, but who do you think who thinks for Noah? I'm like, okay, and he's like, well, like if you tell me who Yuna and Celeste are, then I'll tell you who I think for Noah. It's like, okay. I'm like, well, I think Yuna is you, and I think Celeste is Pickles. And
Mhm.
like I picked it up based on watching their play because there are a couple tells I picked up because Ale is just a fantastic menu, or it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything about the crashing because the crash in the airship because I did that a bunch too in the tournament, not on purpose. It just happens. But then like Pickles, a couple like I know like some of his pathing, like I recognize that he's the only one who really ever does stuff like that. And also one time for some reason the ruby was not vanilla, was not the ruby fun flag was on, and it was like beverages. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Pickles does that. Plus, of course, the quality of runner, you know.
True.
Right.
True.
But anyway, so I'm just like, okay, so who's Renault? It's like, okay, so I told him, it's like, well, if you were bowling, this would be a 300 game. Like, oh, perfect, I do have a 300 game. I actually do have a 300 game in real life. Split back
Nice.
in 2006. Yeah, that was a long time
Impressive.
ago.
Yeah.
Thanks. I used to be good, but anyway, so. And so he's like, well, I think your nose would be better. Like, okay. I'm like, all right, well, yeah, I think I'll be interested. I'll let you know. But it's like, but there's one problem. And he's like, what's that? I was like, I'm not Clive. And he's like, oh, well, you've been promoted to Clive. I'm like, I guess I'll take the promotion, thanks. And they said, well, this conversation doesn't leave here. I'm like, okay. And he's like, wait, were you Renoa? And then I sent him the GIF of Robert Downey
No.
Jr. saying maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know if you know the background a little bit on that is whenever he was offering Force to everyone, he
Mhm.
thought that Wu would be the only one to like pick it up immediately. And
Yes,
I said
remember
something
this.
and I tried to delay it. I'm like, well, they're thinking about it type thing. And so he's like, oh, well, if that was Wu, he would have agreed immediately. So that must not be Wu. That has to be.
Yeah, he offered that. The only person who turned him down was you, Rubes, in the last game, I think.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
I think so too.
I never went back
You know, like,
immediately with that someone got it. I was like, always, they'll think about it. They'll get back to you in a day.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I always say the offer has been submitted. I will let you know what I
Yep.
hear back. Because
I like how you guys kind of played the game with us. That was pretty funny.
Totally.
every time that somebody crashed an airship into a mountain, into the sea, into a town, it's like, crashing the share ship again. It's like, yeah, I want to
Mhm.
make sure that nobody knows who's who.
Were
'Cause
you the
that's
one who
Yeah.
sent me the Renoa 000 is about to play
Yes.
Unail?
Yes, that was yes, yeah, I sent that to you.
That
Because I mean,
was-
I don't know who I don't know. I mean, I think Woo Bear thought I might have been Renault, but
Mhm.
otherwise, like, I don't think anybody realized that was me, and I thought that was kind of cool. I like being anonymous.
No, I
That
think
was
the two that everyone got confused one was you and who Maddie was.
Mhm.
Because during the reveal stream, everyone was guessing, well, that's got to be Maddie. That's got to be Maddie. No. Eventually, yeah, you'll get it right, but a broken clock is right twice a day.
when you get through all 16.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, you see the results from game one of a race. Like, okay, well, I did really well. This person struggled a bit, so maybe they're this person. You
Mhm.
just like, I mean, you really don't know. And then you come back game two, and it's like you're like 15 seconds apart. Like, oh, and
Completely
I
different.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I know I made a lot of mistakes in that race, in the race where I won by 15 seconds, but because I definitely routed poorly and things like that, and so I was just like, oh boy, I dodged a bullet there.
Well,
And
based
then
on that, I think it's
yeah.
time for the Pope. As everyone who's watched the show before knows, there are the usual questions that we ask of every single runner that comes on stream, including one random question at the end that is tailor made to this individual. Rubes, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's start the first one. Black belt, yes or no?
I mean, I think it ultimately depends on the flag set, but I do like the black belt, so yes.
All right. Really important question. Vorpal or katana?
The katana's a better Vorpal. It's the katana.
All right. White
I
mage or
know.
red
I'm sorry.
mage? That's fine.
Red. Red
Was he-
mage. Even. I mean, granted, I know you try. I have a bunch of questions. I just want. Do you mind if I expound a little?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. Well, when I got here, there was no such thing as white mage harm all, and so basically you had fade and then harm for undeads, and that was it. So the white mage was basically there as a life caster if you're lucky. The red mage can cast all the elemental spells. So I mean, it's just and nuke. So just like red mage made sense to me,
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Which
and I
that lead
still to this day.
that leads to this question: fighter or thief?
It's interesting. Until the last couple of years, I would never have said thief. I got used to using the thief a little bit, but now I love the thief. So I actually would I don't think I can take a party without a thief most times.
Okay. What is the one world change you don't like the most? So proc gen, deep dungeon, no overworld.
hmm
Suppose you could put
So
entrance and
I
floor
can't.
shuffle in there.
Oh, I love entrance and fuller shuffle. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's not there for that reason. No one ever says that.
Um, yeah. So Nova World I played only once, and I did it without a map, so that was not recommended. But it was. But I don't think I didn't hate it. I just wish I just wish I put up the map, but I was just too lazy. So that's not really enough to judge on. But based on my experience with Deep Dungeon / Tall Tower and Proc Gen Overworld, I do not like Proc Gen Overworld. I actually I do a lot of I don't want to have to think about finding
Yeah.
places. Like I need to. It's like the fewer things I have to think about, the better. It's like I know that there's a location here. This is where Marsh Cave should be, so I'm going here. Or this is where Ordeal should be. I'm going here. I don't. I mean, granted, like in floor entrance shuffle, of course, everything's mixed up. But I mean,
But you kind of know where they're at.
Yeah, but you know
they're
what the
still in the same.
entrances are.
Yeah, the entrances are still in the same place. So just what's in there is different. But
Makes sense. All right.
yeah, absolutely, Proc Gen.
Proc gen. All right. What was your favorite rando addition or change?
Yeah, that is a tough one.
These are hard.
Yeah. I mean, there have been so many great things that have been done over the years. I think still my favorite thing, even though it was a one-time deal and I only played it a little bit, was probably Lich's Revenge. The because it was that 2020, it was either 2020 or 2021. I don't remember when Wildham made it, but just like the Halloween special, making Lich the bad guy, making all the NPCs into
Zombies.
battles.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. I loved it, and I strongly recommend everybody at least play at least once.
I have done it
still yet
myself.
to do it.
Really? I've done
I
it.
have not done it.
It's great fun. I
Mhm.
won't spoil the ending. What's your favorite flag to see?
Favorite flag to see?
I know there's a lot.
Well, I'm not pulling up a list of the flags, so give me a second.
No, don't do that. No. We could be here all day.
Yeah, we could be.
Or some that you always get happy when you see on. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a
Like confused old men.
Yeah, confused old man. I do like confused old men.
See?
I do. That's a
Everyone
good one.
loves it.
I actually like horizontally flipped dungeons. And
Yeah, okay.
I often request if I'm doing like in winter tournament, I might offer that a lot because I actually like it quite a bit. Vertically flipped dungeons are funny, but I would
But they're
never offer
bad.
that to anybody.
they mess
So
with you a
bad.
lot more.
Oh yeah.
The first time I saw Kraken's floor flip vertically flipped, I'm like, what is
Ooh.
this?
Yeah.
It was I was dying laughing.
I've done that. I have done that. All right. So, which one is worse, TFCC or TFC Earth?
Uh, well, I would always say Earth. It's just
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel like it's in the way. It just feels like
It's
you
out
could
of the
I
way.
could go up to the I could just go right to the Asher chest or
Mhm.
take a complete divergent route and like, but I mean, like in these past year flags, you almost always had to.
Hmm.
I mean, I rarely saw key items in there in
Nope.
TFC Earth
It's
in
very.
there.
It's
Like, I'll
not
see shards usually sometimes,
shorts. Yes, for sure.
but I still wouldn't skip it just because it always. I mean, there's always a
It
chance it could have a
could be.
shard.
Hmm.
Or it could be the floater. Who knows?
Yeah, it can
Yep.
be. All right. So, what's your go-to party to run?
Um, well, again,
It's
everything
all
is
yeah,
it's scaling dependent, but
true.
um, if it's just like regular-ish scaling, thief,
Hmm.
fighter, red, black.
All right. Would you rather go to Marsh Locked or Ordeals?
Um, Probably marsh locked. I mean, it's only three
Ooh.
chests, and
Okay, that's good.
it's
I think
it's
you're one of the first
you
to
know
say
it's a
that.
I think you might be the first to say that. Congratulations. All right.
oh well, thank you.
Now we're gonna get to the we're gonna get to the most controversial question. How do you do Sky fourth floor?
So when you're heading onto the fourth floor, you're going out, you hop on that teleporter, you're
Mhm.
heading left. So you just
You are.
keep going left, and then you go left again because you're already going left, and then you go up, and you go up again, and then you hit the teleporter to the Bridge of Destiny, and you need to keep going up. So it's left, left, up, up.
There it is. You heard it
Spoiler to
here.
chat. We talked about this for what, 5 minutes before the stream?
Yeah, we did. But everyone knows it's a question. All right. Now for a bit of a prodding question. What is one thing you would like to see in the future of the randomizer?
Future of the randomizer. Future questions are always terrible for me. Um, that is a great question. I love the recent additions with like all the fiends from the FFR games, like not just like the alt fiends, but actually being able to pick out which games you got them
Yeah,
from. I think
you
that's
can
really
select the pool that you want to draw from.
yeah, that's really cool. I don't know if there's something. I mean,
Oh, there's
I,
more.
I'm
There's
just
more
trying to think
coming.
of. I was trying to think of something along those lines, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe being able to scale gold and XP differently could be interesting.
That would
Okay.
be yeah, that would
Like splitting them.
splitting the scaling.
Yeah,
Emerald.
that could be interesting.
The Emerald Weapon. Oh no.
No, Dark Moon has a sprite for it.
Oh
He
no.
legitimately
Of
has a
course.
sprite for Emerald Weapon. He has it ready. It's in my pile. There will be an Emerald Weapon in this game at some point.
Okay.
Do not look forward to it. All right. More of an interesting question.
I was gonna say regenerating Warmech on patrol would be pretty funny.
I mean, technically, Warmech does
Warmech
regenerate. It's
does.
just only 3 HP. It doesn't work
That's
properly.
not what I meant.
I know. I know. I
Just
know.
wait a really, really long time, 100 turns, and he'll get back.
Yeah. Great. After he nukes you 3
Thanks.
times.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. So now for a bit of an interesting question. What's the history behind your username?
Rubes000. So Rubes was actually a nickname of mine in seventh. I think I got it in like seventh grade or so. And I got to high school. I created a Yahoo account. It was Rubes with 10. Why I
Ooh.
did 0? I don't know. It sounded good to me. But
Mhm.
then I think what ended up happening was that I needed more characters for a different email service, so I added 2 extra zeros.
Okay.
Fair. That's fair.
And so, yeah, depending on where you're at, you may see me with 10, 3 zeros, maybe even I think even on YouTube I might have 2 because that was what I could get.
Nice.
But yeah,
Well,
so
with
that's why.
with that, we come to our final question, which, as everyone who's watched before knows, is always random. So, Rubes, your random question for tonight, the question that was selected specially for you. What was it that you enjoyed most about the Champ's Revenge? As you did comment and did enjoy it thoroughly, but what did you like most about it?
So I'm guessing you rolled a d8 and got an 8, and that's how we got this. Um, Let me think about that. So I mean I you know it may sound sappy, but the fact that you guys just kept going,
No,
despite
we didn't stop. We didn't stop.
you kept going. I mean, you ran the Thief White Mage, which I mean, was my suggestion, and
Mhm.
I and you kept going in spite of all the nuke grimps knocking you out of Earth Cave,
Oh, that was
and
bad.
all the other gross things that it gave you, and
Yeah.
that dumb chaos, and
Oh, the slow
and
2
you all got
chaos? Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
scheduled at
Yeah.
least 3 hours for this thing, so we knew we were in for the long haul.
I
I
made a
was really
promise.
happy. I was happy you guys were able to get through it, and maybe it's a little sappy, but at the same time, you had to struggle, and I enjoyed
Mhm.
that part immensely.
Oh, we definitely did. I made a promise that I wasn't going to give up.
Pretty much.
Even though somebody in chat was like, "Oh, the Northeast Sid might give up if he keeps wiping." It's like, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to win. I want to win. Well, with
Directional
that,
Sid, Directional Sid, and Directional Sid. Yes.
Yep.
yeah. Well, with that, Rubes, we want to thank you
Very
110%
much.
for coming on the show and doing the interview. It is, of course, great to have the Champ of Champs on. We really hope to see you around again. And yeah, once again, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me, and again, thanks for putting on such a crazy good tournament just over the course of like 1 month. That it'll never fail to impress me. How you managed to get everything restreamed. That
Oh
I
my.
sorry.
We
Well done.
never missed
Well
one.
done.
We never missed one.
I love it. That's
Mm.
what we're gonna hang our hat on.
Yep, that's it right there. But with
Well,
that,
Yeah.
Jay, shall we take us
Yeah.
to a break?
we are. Have some bread.
It makes a difference. That fresh baked flavor, the smell, the soft bread, the details matter. That is why we at Dunes Bakery always bake our bread fresh every day for the best sandwiches you can buy. We spend days in the desert looking for only the best ingredients and the best steak, all for you to partake in. There is nothing better than coming back from a long run down in a volcano to head to the dunes for a hot steak sandwich waiting for you. When you are out there fighting hard and you feel the need for a nice sandwich, there's only one place to look: Dunes Bakery, home of the double steak sandwich, now available in rare.
They do sometimes serve wings, indeed.
Steak and wings.
So yeah,
Steak and wings.
So now we're back. We're back with a couple of other updates. So yeah, I mean, since the last we talked, I think the last thing we talked about was version 481.
Oh my,
Wow.
what are we on now? Yeah.
483. With many bugs have been fixed by our dev team, and things are chugging right along. And we have Map Derp. Everyone loves Map Derp. That
I
seems to be
love
everyone's
Map Derp.
favorite. Everyone loves the Map Derp favorite flag. Shout out to Meridian for Map Derp. Everyone loves it, loves it, loves it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got it. We had the new music to put in. Yeah, we got, as you see, a lot of
Shuffle
bug fixes.
tiles. Yeah. How many
Yep.
bug fixes down there?
There's still other things that have been fixed that'll have to be released in 8.4, so don't worry, that is coming too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of
Lots
stuff.
of stuff here.
Yep, there's been a lot of work in the background. Once again, big thank you to Wildham, to Meridian for all the dev work that you guys
Mhm.
do, and for putting up with me, because God knows that ain't easy, man. That ain't easy. I have accepted the fact that I am a member of the dev crew. I have accepted that fact. I am a junior at best. At best.
Looks at the alt fiends. Yeah, sure, sir.
I was working on the work. I was on the shoulders of giants for that one. I just had to rewrite a very small part of the code to make it work properly. I'm proud of that fact. I'm also proud of the pink mage, the black knight, the white ninja, and the one feature that actually made Fall League work, which we'll talk about in a minute, was to remove all the scripts from the Fiends and Chaos.
Yeah. So Fall League, let's just go ahead there.
Yeah, it's great to Fall League. So Fall League's
Next
coming
big
up.
thing coming on up.
Yes, you can still sign up. The flags are out there. They are different.
Yeah.
Different. They're very different
That's
from
Fall League
previous years.
flags.
They are Fall League flags. So again, they're a bit zany, they're a bit wacky, and they're kind of crazy. But that's If you've never done Fall League, that's what Fall League is all about. The crazy, zany, wacky. If you want the serious stuff, go to Winter Tournament, because that's where we do all of our, like, hey, we're not going to turn on experimental features. We're not going to do anything like that. It's going to be serious FFR runs. Fall
But
League,
Fall League
ridiculous.
is everything on the table. So
Yep.
yeah.
So week 1 is going to be your spoiler log called World of Paper, where you're capped on max level, and there are absolutely no scripts on anything. So you don't have to worry about chaos with nuke, but you will have to worry about cracking with punch. So yeah, those are your dates right there. Well, we'll take a look at that. So yeah, you still have till September the 20th to register, and then they're going to be reveal stream.
4. Yep.
You need a team of 4. Yep. So yeah, there's still, you can go in the looking for groups chat and put your name in there if you're looking for a team.
Yep.
It's gonna be real good. Then of course you got your weeks you're gonna run. But yeah, so week 1 is gonna be your World of Paper. Week 2 is Alt Fiends for Fun and Profit. Week 3 is, I believe, Chaos's Long Rampage. Yep. And then week 4 is Black Belt's Adventure.
Yeah.
The great people that are going to get to the 2 teams that get to the semis got to do Oops All Warmex. And then, of course, our grand finale, the grand rally, where your teams have to start after the fact. I've never been there myself.
Me neither, but it sounds so fun.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point maybe we'll get there. I mean, again, this is the new Bubble Soda Co. We are back with a brand new team because I've been the only one left.
And the old Trash Island is here.
The Trash Island. Well, I don't know. Has Trash Island signed up yet? I've heard that there's only 4 teams signed up, and I know all 4 of them. So where are you, sir? Where are you? That being said, I know that both Danny and Fizzle have been practicing because Fizzle has sent me messages.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for Speed Gaming to finish up to start.
Well, that's a great segue. Speed Gaming still ongoing. We're still making our way through that. Jay, despite his being afraid of everybody, is still in it.
I am so terrified of everyone and everything. It's awesome.
That's what I said. Hey, I didn't roll your seed for you last time, and it was a very nice seed for you.
Fair.
You beat my fellow Bubble Soda Co. Teammate. Wasn't necessarily happy about that, but yeah, it's still ongoing. Keep your eye out for pings, because there'll be more coming out. There's still more races to go.
2 races went on tonight, so I know one race I believe is finished, and the other one is happening during this podcast. So
yeah,
go check it out if it's still going.
I do know that one is finished. I will not spoil anything.
Okay,
but I can say that there is a Bubble Soda Co. member running in that, and it's not, and it is not Shanigan, unfortunately.
It's the one I need to know. I'm going right as soon as this thing's done.
Oh, do you take on the loser of that?
I am pretty sure I take on the loser of that one. Or the winner of that one, sorry.
Take on the winner of that one?
I have to remember which ones they are, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, good. I will look forward to it. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. If you want to,
yeah.
If you don't know about it, you can go watch the VOD, or you can just check out the server itself, because it's going to be on there, because obviously they're going to start talking about stuff like that. But yeah, SGL is there and still going. Castlevania.
Yeah.
Going to be running on FFR very soon.
We're going to have a showcase, this Saturday, I believe it is?
Let me confirm that, but I do believe
Dark Moon put it in chat. I said, hey, we need to remember that, and then I forgot it.
See, that's why I have the chat open right here.
Yeah.
Hey, live TV. Gotta love it. Here it is. Where was I pinged? No, not that. That was you telling me.
Yeah.
Yes, FFR 1, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. They will be a CV2. It's CV2. Doing their first.
Check it out. Give support to another sister community.
Yeah, it's a new player showcase, so by all means, come out, take a look. It's gonna be fantastic. I will definitely take a little peek myself. Hopefully, if I have some time.
Oh yeah, I'll probably at least have it in a headphone or something. But sounds fun.
Oh, absolutely.
I never really got into Castlevania myself, but I've liked it since I've rewatched. I've gotten kind of that Metroidvania type thing. I'm like, hey, these are fun.
It's one of those things where, much like Final Fantasy 1, once you fix some of the problems in the original game, it makes it much better to play.
Yeah. Well, I have Metroid 1 for NES, and I could never get past like the first level or 2. I'm like, okay, Metroids are just, nah, I don't like these. And then now I was like, hey, these are fun.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, I played Castlevania 1 growing up, and I played Castlevania 3. The person that I got my big games from was my uncle, and he didn't have Castlevania 2. So yeah,
Mhm.
I did play a lot of Castlevania 3, and I liked the Castlevania series. They were just, 5-year-old me was just,
It's a little bit, yeah. But yeah,
it's a bit,
come check
too
that
much.
out on Saturday. We'll see what the new
Absolutely.
player runners are like, and you might like it. Might like to join that community.
Absolutely, that we always here on the OJ Power. We're here to support our sister communities of randomizers. We are more than willing to
Hmm.
give our support to any of the communities out there that want to come on and talk about stuff, or even just give a shout out if they need to.
Yeah.
But with that, yeah, we've made it through episode 17. So a couple of things. The mailbag is still pinned in our channel by all means. If you want to submit a question to me and Jay,
Or
maybe
the
talk to
guest.
our guests.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, lots of content still to be done. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I know sometime in the near future when we have some slowdowns, there will be the first, I guess technically it'd be our second roundtable, but our first fan roundtable. We'll look for some people. And that will be everyone's favorite topic, the Vorpal. Why is it the best?
Because it's not.
It is the best, sir. You know it's
No,
the best.
you've got the katana. You don't need a vorpal if you have a katana.
No, listen, this is the debate. I am looking for people who will be on my side.
No, 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 no. The only comment you had was that the katana's a knife, and then what about this dual wield thing?
Whoa. The katana is not a knife. It is only in one instance it's a knife. In
Oh,
one.
wait. When it's
In
convenient.
Transmoog,
When it's
no, in Transmoog, it is considered a knife. It's the only time the randomizer considers the katana a knife. Otherwise, the katana is a sword. I have answered this question a million times to people for
I
that
know.
for the dual wield blursing for the thief. It's like, well, does the katana count? No, it's a knife. No, it's not.
We
If
need
you
to
look
go
at the
over all those
code,
new blurstings next time, just for the fun of
we
it.
will. I mean,
Yeah.
well, there is, and as well on our wiki page that will be updated relatively soon by Dark Moon. We're going to do a complete rewrite of it, especially with a lot of the new blurstings and the
Yes.
fantastic changes that Wildham has made to basically uh, even out the blursing code, because it did have
Oh
a
yeah.
habit of really rolling heavy on the knight and the thief and really bad on the black mages.
Yeah. A lot of blursing stuff's been going on in the background. We know that the wiki it's up to date, but it's semi like hard to parse. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming.
It
It's coming.
it is up to date. It is there correctly. All the stuff that was added by me and updated by other runners and other
Hmm.
players, it is correct. It's just not the easiest thing to read.
We'll get there.
We
Yep.
will get there. It's all we've again, we've kind of been busy the last month, to be honest with you. We had a lot going on. But anyways,
It's been fun.
next week, Jay,
Yeah.
what do we plan on doing next week, my friend?
I think we're going to do a deep dive here into some of this fall league stuff going on.
I think we are. I
So-
think we're going to talk about some flags, talk about the setup. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, I am one of the people who have contributed a set of flags to this, and
Get your pitchforks ready.
oh, don't worry, that's a given.
Oh, but
I made something specifically different, something
Mhm.
that is not Iron Gull or Red Ankleo level, but it is not. You can just go. It looks like cruise control until it isn't.
right. But yeah, I think we're going to try talking fall league next week, and then we might do some stuff with our speed gaming winner the week after that. And then we're into
Yep.
fall league, so
Then we're
expect
into
a lot
fall
of
league.
fall league content coming up over the next month or so.
Yeah, we'll be talking to teams. We'll be going over some of the matches. It should be a great time. We look forward to hopefully
Mhm.
seeing you all here. And I'm looking forward to taking on Mr. Jay Scheidel in whatever week I happen to pull him.
Oh my, we'll have to make sure that our schedules are not lined up. We'll figure it out.
I beat you once. I beat you in the Champ's Revenge, sir.
I think you beat me almost every time we played.
You beat Woo Bear though, so you got me on that.
Yeah. But if you have a team in fall league, get ready because we might be calling you, see if you guys are interested in coming on. You don't have to give
Yep.
all of your deep dark secrets on how you're playing, but like to
No.
know how the team dynamic is, how you get your name, stuff like that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you might not. And again, if just one or two people want to come on, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not and feel no obligation to do it. We are a platform for the community, for the runners, for the people. There is no obligation for anybody to come on. So far, although I gotta say, it's been 17 episodes, and not a single person has said no yet.
Yeah. We've had to
That's
rearrange the schedule a little bit, but it's been amazing. So
Yep,
thank
we
you,
have.
everyone.
Yeah. Yes, thank you to the community for supporting us, watching us here live, watching the VODs, contributing to the mailbag, hanging out in our channel. It's about you guys. I mean, we'd probably still be doing this anyways because
Yeah. Because we like to
it's
yak.
fun for us. I'm a loudmouth. Everyone knows that.
We love it.
We do indeed. But with that,
I
I
think
think
we
we
just hit
shall.
the hour mark. Yeah.
We did. We'll have to give FFR back their channel. So I will say once again, thank you to Rubes for coming on and being our guest for the night. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to special thank you to FFR for allowing us to both A, host, and B, still do this crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Jay, thank you for being the man who does all the work so I don't screw it up as badly as every other time I've done it. And I have been, and as he's been Jay, I have been your host with the most from the coast, Oslodo. We will see you all back here next week.